The new coronavirus outbreak continues to grow in China. The virus has killed at least 259 people and infected nearly 12,000. There are 7 confirmed cases here in the U.S. The government has declared a public health emergency, and new travel restrictions are now in place. CBS 2's Jessica Layton reports.
Under the public health emergency, anyone who's not a U.S. citizen will not be allowed into the country if they could potentially pass on the virus here.
Foreign nationals, other than immediate family of U.S. citizens and permanent residents who have traveled in China within the last 14 days, will be denied entry into the United States.
The extraordinary step was announced a day after we learned of the first person-to-person transmission in the U.S. and as a San Francisco Bay Area man became the 7th American case.
This case was careful to self-isolate at home for the entire time since he returned from China.
This is a significant global situation, and it continues to evolve. But I also want to emphasize again that the risk at this time to the American public is low.
And they want to keep it that way. So starting Sunday, any U.S. citizen coming home who's been in Hubei province in the last 2 weeks is subject to 14 days of mandatory quarantine. Already, 195 Americans who were evacuated from Wuhan are being housed at a military base in California. Jared Evans recorded video from where they're staying. He is part of that first federal quarantine in 50 years.
We're all wearing masks, even when we're outside in this group. I'm personally wearing gloves.
Airlines are taking major steps as well. Delta and American are temporarily stopping all flights between the U.S. and China. United is suspending flights to 3 major Chinese cities, but will continue flying to Hong Kong. Friday, stocks tumbled on fears the spread of the virus could hurt the global economy, with all 3 major indexes down. These orders under the new public health emergency take effect this Sunday at 5 p.m. Health officials are also asking Americans coming home who've been anywhere in China at all to monitor themselves for 2 weeks. Jessica Layton, CBS 2 News.
Companies in China taking precautions as well. Apple announced this morning that it will shut down all its stores in mainland China through February 9th out of an abundance of caution.